Show.
Back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. If you're a Fanimal, follow us on the Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, Twitter, Eventful, Reverb Nation, Google+, Tumblr, and, of course, the Instagram, where we leave our Instagram crackers.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. Is that not enough?
Well, I thought you were going to usually go a lot longer than that, but you're like,
trying to go to the end of the bumper.
Crackers! All right, back to you. Hey, over the weekend we received, this was like Thursday or Friday, we received one of those submissions that we get over the email, and usually I ignore these things.
I
but
know you always ignore those things.
For some weird reason, I pulled this one up, and it's for a local artist here in the area, Josey Milner, and the cut was Cowgirls, and I thought, man, this sounds really good. Now, me being the country radio aficionado, because as you may not know, I DJ'd at a country station for like a couple days, and so I really know my stuff, and then
you buffered out,
and then I buffered out of there like a diva. But anyway, Josey, welcome to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Oh, thank you.
We're glad to have you. You've been doing a lot of radio lately, though.
Oh yes.
Like how many? Like is it every day of the week? I looked at your Facebook account, which by the way is facebook.com/Josey Milner, and that's Josey Milner, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna be on this show. Hey, I'm gonna be on this show. Hey, I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be hanging out with these two doofuses over at Big Dumb Fun Show. So, but hey, appreciate the shout outs there. But so what all? How many days of the week are you going out and promoting yourself?
Oh my goodness, pretty much every day, honestly. If it isn't Facebook, of course, it's the radio interviews. I always have phone interviews, probably at least a good 3-4 times a week, if not every day of the week.
Yeah.
Just like today, I had one earlier. Now I have this one. I have another one tomorrow. Another one after that. So.
What do you hate about it?
I don't know.
Getting up early?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but
There's got to be something that you're like, I wish they wouldn't keep asking me.
Why do they got to keep
Yes.
talking like this?
Why do they
Come on,
always have
hey,
to-
Josey Milner.
Hey,
Tell us a little
Josey.
bit about that new show you got going. I mean,
At some point in time, we got to all be the same of
Yeah,
some sort, I
yeah.
guess. I think it just depends on what that particular host
Yeah,
wants or
yeah.
not. We're just here to have a good time. We could care less about you.
Wow.
Really. No,
What?
I'm kidding.
No, that's
I'm
not
kidding.
true at all.
Let's see
I'm
how
kidding.
big.
hey, thanks for stopping by. We're good to see you. See you later, Josey.
So you've been in the business a couple years now, right?
Yes, yeah.
And you started off as a rodeo clown, or
Not exactly a clown,
Okay.
other though I probably could have gave it a good shot.
Yeah.
No, but I did the barrel racing, pole bending, goat tying, and breakaway roping. I did that for 8 years before I got into my music. So that's kind of
You're in high school now.
yeah.
So you were like goat roping and barrel racing when you were 10?
7.
roping.
7. Yeah, I started when I was 7. So, and I started on this really huge tall horse. I was about 5 times taller than I was.
and you roped a goat
No, I didn't rope a goat. I had to run down to the other end of the arena.
in a barrel.
No.
Oh no. Okay, I thought.
That's a different event.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not all tied
Gotta
together.
keep these all straight here.
He's not much of a country guy, even though he was on a country station.
No, I was in Butler, Missouri, and grew up in Pleasant Hill,
Emphasis
Hill,
on
Missouri.
the butt.
Where did you from?
Odessa.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
You were Miss Odessa. That's right. I
Yes.
saw that.
Yeah.
I should have recognized you as Miss Odessa. We have
I have my
royalty in
crown
studio.
on.
Good. This is
Oh,
crazy.
my.
I've got a crown over here though. If you'd like.
Oh.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
It's actually margarine when he has to eat it. Then it's dun 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 dun.
Oh my goodness.
That's gross. All right, so
when
you came from
were
a
7 years old. You're in Odessa, Missouri, and the only thing to do
is
is
puddle jump.
Yes, we
You
had
got
the puddle
jumpers?
jumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you were crowned Miss Odessa?
Yes.
At puddle jumping?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I know all about you. I got your whole dossier right
Do I need
here.
to block you? You're
Yeah.
just talking a little too much.
This is really odd.
Venkman was stalking her when he started reading her biographical information.
That's right. All right, so but you got the latest single, which is great. But tell me about the one that came out that kind of got you into the whole shebang.
Yes. Yeah, my first single I released mainly was Not Pretty Enough. That one, it's just one of them songs that a lot of people could, I guess you say, really grab a hold to and really love the meaning behind it. My manager, Michael, is the one who found it to me, sent it over to me. He's like, hey, you need to try this one out and see how it goes. And so, I went to the studio and I worked with
So you didn't write the song? He found
No,
it. He found it
yeah.
somewhere? Or?
Yeah, he was watching a horror movie when he watched it. It was on a horror movie.
the song was on a horror movie, and he's like, "Oh, this sounds sweet. You should sing it."
Well, it's about, like, I mean, the title's not pretty enough, so it's talking about Am I Not Good Enough for You, but it was on a horror movie.
And it was a country song on the horror movie, or you put some twang on it?
No, it's not originally a country song. It's actually from an Australian artist. Her name's Casey Chambers. So.
Okay, gotcha. So he found this, and he said, "You should sing this."
Yes.
You would sing this better than the person in the movie. That's basically what he said.
No, I don't know if he said better, but he did say that I should try it. And so, I did. I really loved what it meant, what it stood for, and it was just a really great song. So I was like, hey, let's give it a try. And so, I released it. People grabbed a hold of it instantly. They loved the meaning behind it. They loved what it represented, what it stood for.
What is the meaning behind it?
It's talking about why am I not good enough for you, or how can
You're good enough for me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, no, you mean that's a song.
Yes.
Okay.
But it just did really good for me. It went #1 on the independent country music charts, and as well as I became a spokesperson for oh my goodness, I can't speak.
That's fine.
I became a spokesperson.
As long as you can sing, it's all. Mel Tillis couldn't speak either.
There you go. But I became a spokesperson for an anti-bullying organization, Angels and Doves. So they're anti-bullying, like I said, and they go around and travel to schools and talk to them about bullying, what they can do if they've witnessed it, and how to handle the situation. So.
And so you go to schools, go school to school, with your barrels and your goats.
Hauling my little trailer with me.
In the gymnasium, you're hauling the hallmark.
Were you bullied in Odessa growing up?
No, it doesn't happen in small towns.
There goes Miss Odessa. We got to throw something at her.
Yeah, I was. You know
give
what?
me one of them pieces of horse dung there. I got me a cow pie to go.
It's like Mrs. Johnson. That is quite the voice you've got. So bullying does happen in Odessa?
It does, yeah. I've witnessed it growing up, and I've always been the kind of person to step in and be like, hey, don't do that. That's not right, kind of thing. And, I think there's quite a few people that don't feel like it's my place to do it. But if I don't do it, then who's going to do it? That's kind of how I see it.
How many folks in your graduating class?
My graduating class, there's 145.
140. Okay, see, mine was 96, so we're kind of on the same page there. Yeah. But one thing that we never wanted to take on Odessa was wrestling. Wrestling. I think Odessa called it wrestling, which should be disqualified, really.
Well.
But yeah, we would go
they
to do the wrestling.
Girls there.
Yeah, that's why they wrestle.
You know what it is? Pitching them bales of hay.
The guys always lost. They always lost the wrestling tournaments, but they always left with a smile on their face.
Oh, God.
But you could have probably done that, though, because you were wrestling goats.
Oh, I don't know if I would take it to that extreme.
Poor goats didn't know what happened.
Was roping them.
Yeah, you were roping goats. And then later on, you fry them up.
No!
Yeah.
I would never do that.
The national
goat.
goat.
Only actually tie 3 of the legs because 4 legs would be animal cruelty.
She's on what was this, Angels and Doves? That was the name of the organization?
Yeah. If they called it Angels and Goats, it might be
that would not happen, apparently.
Bullying of
farm
animals.
National Goat Association is against Josey Milner. Facebook.com/Josey Milner is where you can find her up. And then the latest one, the one that I heard that tweaked my fancy, was called Cowgirls. And tell us about that one as well.
Well, like you guys have been talking about, that one just really tied in with my rodeo background. It's just a really fun, upbeat song. It's completely different than Not Pretty Enough. Not Pretty Enough was just kind of slow and dramatic almost, and this one's just really fun and upbeat. And it's a really good dancing song. Okay. And like I said, it just really describes me and how I kind of am. So, it's just it's done really good as well. Last I knew is number 88 on the Music Row chart, which I'm definitely very excited for. My Not Pretty Enough didn't even get that far, and this one hasn't been on the charts nearly as long as Not Pretty Enough was. So
fantastic.
It's doing great.
But when did you record this?
I recorded this one.
When do you have time to do any of this stuff?
You see, no. I recorded this one about 3-4 months ago.
Here's what you got to do. Yeah. Here's a little advice from your old Uncle Venkman here. You need to drop out of school right now.
No.
And you've got to go and just pursue this dream on the road. Yes, you just drop out right now.
I'm a straight A student. I'm a National Honor Society.
Exactly. So
I can't just drop out.
You could probably test out if you wanted to right now. You could just graduate early, just be like, get your GED, whatever.
I only have 37 days of high school left.
When you're making millions, you're going to look back and be like, you know
Don't
what?
Listen to Uncle Venkman here. Uncle Venkman, he didn't finish his college degree.
Oh.
You know what?
He was not in the National Honor Society, although he was a Boy Scout.
I was a Boy Scout and in the 4-H as well. So yeah, I knew. I impressed you. I know.
Wow.
Went to CMSU, and that was a country school as well, of which I thought, hey, I should get into computer science, and then they're like, all right, here is your typewriter. Like, it was very odd. I don't know. All right, so what track are we going to listen to first, Gnurk? From Josey Milner. Cowgirls. This is the latest one, rising up the charts, number 88. 88, Marty! Cowgirls, Josey Milner, Facebook.com/Josey Milner is where you can find her on Facebook. And like the page and find out all the other radio crap that she's doing this week. Stick around. We're going to talk to you more when we come back next on the Big Dumb Fun Show.